how I made $10,000 from publishing a book. The reason why I'm talking about the money aspect is because this money aspect was a total surprise. When I was publishing that book, it wasn't, I was hoping, yes, that I would get some money from it, but I wasn't expecting that I would get good amount of money from it, because this is why I published the book. I came from an undergrad in Kenya and I got an offer to do PhD at the University of Oxford. I went directly from a bachelor's degree to a PhD. Something that in Kenya, many people are not aware that it's possible, especially like in an engineering setup, particularly in a UK university, particularly at Oxford. And so it happened that that was a possibility. And so I did my PhD without a master's degree. It was challenging in the beginning, but then I survived it. I even thrived towards the end. And so when I finished my PhD, defended my PhD December of 2019 when I was 28 years old. In Kenyan context, that is like really young to get a PhD at that age. And I was just reflecting later on, and I thought it just felt like there are not so many young people with PhDs, and also just the process of getting a PhD, it just felt like it wasn't out there a lot, like many people are not talking about it. And so I was just thinking of, like collecting my stories and stories of some of my friends. So some of my friends talked about their journeys as well. And I was just thinking of doing this one PDF, these stories, write neatly, my experiences, how I applied, how I got to Oxford, the culture shocks there, how I survived, and post PhD. And the whole plan was to write to collect these stories into a PDF and maybe just circulate amongst my friends for free. That was the initial idea. Until someone said, instead of giving it as a free resource, you could actually make it in form of a book and put it on Amazon. And I was like, okay, but then I don't know how the process is like. Again, you can watch, so there are like so many YouTube channels dedicated for self-publishing, and I encourage you to just scroll through, go to YouTube, check that whole process. But then, so I found someone who guided me through the whole process. Because now, by that time, I had kind of a manuscript. I had the materials ready, the content. And so I just needed someone to tell me how to go about the self-publishing route, how to edit and how to prepare the materials to be uploaded to Amazon Kindle. I think they call it KDP. Let me just confirm. Amazon KDP. Amazon self-publishing, Amazon Kindle direct publishing is where I in the end, I put my book. So that was May. I published it officially May of 2022. And from since then, with little marketing, I don't think I've actually done any marketing apart from when I did like book launches here and there, but have sold more than 1,000 of those copies. But then I've made that amount of money almost by surprise. And I'm here to challenge any one of you guys who has an idea. As you can tell, right? My story was just to collect my stories, bits and pieces of some resources, some tips, some strategies that I used to survive a PhD, etc., and put in form of a book. It's not a huge volume actually. I have it here. So this is the book I'm talking about. It has how many pages? It has 135 pages. It's a small book. It's not a big book. I have around 15 friends who contributed their stories in this book. So just to say, if you have, not really random, but like if you have an idea of something you've done, maybe you started a YouTube channel and you are growing a YouTube channel while you are working, or maybe you started a business and you found a way to make it sustainable or easy to run, or maybe you got an admission into these top universities, or maybe anything really, like anything that is unique that you've learned, you can make it into a book and upload it on Amazon KDP in form of you can make it hard copy or just ebook, and people can just download from their phones and read. So that is a challenge that I'm putting out here, because I know there are so many stories that are waiting to be told that have not been told yet. Three steps to publishing, to self-publishing. I'm happy to dive deeper into any of these topics. So if you want more information, please leave a comment down below and I'm happy to talk more about whatever step you want more information on. But 3 steps. Number 1 is, of course, you need a manuscript, or you need the content, right? So this is how I would advise, this is how I would go about doing a manuscript. The best tip that I'll give you is keep a journal. So when I was writing this book, The PhD Journey, most of the stories were already in my journal. So you know, when you are watching a movie or you're taking a walk or whatever you're doing during the day, there are these like tiny insights that keep coming in your mind. But then if you don't record, they just disappear and maybe they never come back. So I would encourage you, so once you decide that I'm going to write a book about the PhD journey, let me give an example of the book that that is in the works. It's in the pipeline right now, and it is Awaken Your Potential, a book that is coming out early next year. So I took a career break, right? And I decided I wanted to write the stories from that career break. The reason why I took that career break, what I did during that career break, was it worth it? And all those tips in between. So the first thing is, immediately that idea came in my mind, and that idea came in my mind in 2022, actually, even before I published this book. Because when this book was coming, I was in the beginning of my career break, I think. And so the idea came in 2022, and so immediately I started a journal, or it could be a journal, physical book, or an online journal like I do, or just start a Google Doc, an empty Google Doc, and then put that header or that idea that you want to come out of this career break and you want to write a book of what you learned and the stories and the strategies and the lessons and the thoughts, etc. So that is what I did. And every time an idea came in my mind, or when I was listening to a podcast or watching a movie or watching a vlog, and then something came in my mind related to what I wanted to write, I would immediately note it down. That is a game changer. So if you want to write your book, keep a journal. I would say an online journal that you can access anywhere. Because again, those stories will come to you while you are strolling, while you are talking with your friends, and they might never come back. So immediately you get those insights, you write them down. That is number 1. And the reason why, let me read a quote here. The reason why it's important to write that, to draft that outline, like what do you want to write about? What stories do you want to bring out? Once you decide on that, it's powerful to decide on that, because as Robert Marcello, there is this book that I recommend that you read. It's called Robert's Rules for Writing, 101 Unconventional Lessons Every Writer Needs to Know. Read that book. So while I was reading that book, there is somewhere where Robert Marcello writes, once you make a decision and pick one project and stick to it, you will notice something strange happens. You become a virtual magnet for related information and ideas. Suddenly, you will start discovering all around you all sorts of juicy tidbits, observations, quotations, statistics, stories that directly relate to and nicely amplify the project you are working on. So as you draft your manuscript, immediately you have that idea. You know you want to write a book. You know what you want to write about. Open an empty Google Doc or a journal. Write the rough header and an outline of what you want to bring to the world. And then that is the first step. The next will just be like now bringing those stories little by little throughout the year, throughout years. And before long, you have a manuscript. Another tip as you write your manuscript is you set a commitment device. As you know, if you've tried doing a project, especially like writing, it can stretch for ages. And all the time, there is something to be added on the manuscript. There is something to be edited. There is something to be done. And if you're not careful, you will never publish because it just seems not perfect yet. It's not 100% yet. And so when you set a commitment device, for instance, I announced and I told my publisher, the person helping me with the whole process, that I want this book to come out early 2026. And so that means the publishing date has been set pretty much. And so I'm now forced to like meet all these other milestones, like to edit the book, to lay it out, to get cover design way ahead before the publishing date. And so setting commitment device will help you a lot in terms of getting you started, but also getting you to stop at some point and release the book, and also to meet those milestones in between before you release the book. So set a deadline. Otherwise, without a deadline, without a commitment device, if you're not aware of commitment device, it's just these, I don't know, like these things you do so that the only way is to go forward. It's from Atomic Habits if you read the book. So you set a commitment device to force you to meet those milestones and deadlines and to help you complete the book. These are the resources that I'll give you here as you write your manuscript or you write your content. Number 1 is The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. Number 2 is Robert's Rules of Writing, 101 Unconventional Lessons Every Writer Needs to Know. And number 3 is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And that is where I got the commitment device concept from Atomic Habits. So read those 3 books as you write your manuscript. Number 2 is all the things you need to do in between after you have your manuscript, rough layout, all these things you need to do before you publish. So it includes things like cover design. You need like a very good cover design. They say don't judge the book by the cover, but we all judge books by the cover. And so you need a very nice, very good cover design. You need editing. The manuscript has to be edited. You need to proofread. So I did manuscript, wrote all the content that I wanted. Then I hired a professional editor and who would do like editing and proofreading. And also I have to mention I hired someone who did cover design, and I'm really happy with the cover they came up with. So this is the cover. This is how it's looking like, and I'm happy with it. So I hired someone to do like cover design because I didn't trust I didn't trust myself doing my own book cover. Then those people, so the cover. So once you have the manuscript, I sent out the manuscript to this editor who does like professional editing and did an amazing job. I think we did like 3 revisions. So we would edit, comment on things that I need to remove, consider restructuring. Then I do that, and then it goes again to the second round, and I think it was another 3rd round. And by the 3rd round, the book was looking really nice. Like the structure and the flow was all good. Then it did last proofreading to ensure that there were no grammatical errors and those little mistakes. And then the book was ready to be laid out. So we sent the book to the person who helped me to like do like page layouts and all those things. And once the materials were ready, the person sent me like the cover design, copy, the PDF or images of cover design, and also the materials for the book that has been edited, proofread, and laid out, like page layout and all those things perfectly done well. It's pretty much straightforward from there. Once you have your manuscript, and your manuscript has been edited and proofread and it has been laid out nicely, and you have now the materials, the last thing is to just upload. And it's very easy. I would actually encourage you to just, even if you don't have the materials yet, or you are entertaining the idea of writing a book someday, just go to Amazon Kindle. Again, it's called Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, Amazon KDP. It's a self-publishing platform by Amazon. So when you go there, you sign in. You can see, I just want to show you how mine looks like. Amazon KDP. So as you can see like the landing page. It has different things you can do on this landing page. You can check the bookshelf, the reports, the community, the marketing. You can see the some of your past books that you've published. So the one showing here is my recent book, The PhD Journey. You can see there is a Kindle ebook that I mentioned earlier, going for $4.99. Then there is a paperback, which is a physical book. It's going for $12.99. You can change. There is so much you can do here. It's pretty much like you can do whatever you want with your book. I mean, there are some things that you cannot change once you publish, but then you can change some of the things. For instance, say pricing. I actually reduced the pricing. I think initially it was $15. I recently reduced the pricing to $12. So you can do that. So you can do things like that. Change pricing here, and when you change the pricing here at Amazon.com, it kind of just changes everywhere else, like Amazon in the UK, Amazon in France, Amazon in these other places. And then once you are ready, you can say publish a book. So That is if you have a book already there. So this is my previous book. I mentioned the PhD journey. You can see it has all these other things already said, like paperback details, paperback content. Yeah, and that is pretty much it here. Now, this is what you do if you want to publish your book. You have all the materials like I mentioned, the cover and the manuscript, and you know what you want to, what kind of version you want. Is it like ebook, paperback, or art cover? You decide, and then you just say create. You create. So say if you just want to start, you can start with ebook. Actually, you can just say ebook, write that book, make an ebook. It's pretty much straightforward. You add all these, you fill out all these pages. What is the title of the book, subtitle, etc. Then you go to the content. In the content, that is where you upload the manuscript, and then you add the pricing. You decide how much you are selling the thing at, and that is pretty much it.